So today we're answering a big question a lot of homeowners wrestle with. How should I sell my home? Should you go the traditional route with a real estate agent, try to list it yourself and save on commission, or sell it directly to a cash buyer? Here's the thing. Most people only know one way to sell, but there are three. And depending on your goals, one might cost you way more in time, stress, or money than you expect. So I'm going to break down all three, the pros, the cons, the stuff nobody tells you. And by the end, you'll be able to make the smartest call for your specific situation. All right, so let's start with the most common method, hiring a real estate agent. This is what most homeowners do by default, and in some situations, it's a great option. A good agent will list your home on the MLS, help with staging, photos, open houses, negotiate with buyers, walk you through all the paperwork, and in the right market, they can help you get top dollar, sometimes even multiple offers. But here's what you may not realize. The average commission nationwide is 2 to 3% to your listing agent, and then you might end up having to pay another 2 to 3% to the buyer's agent. So that's, anywhere from 4 to 6%. On a $500,000 home, that's $25,000 to $30,000 out of your pocket, gone before the check even hits your account. And you're not done there. You'll probably need to declutter, deep clean, stage your home, fix up small repairs that could become a big buyer objection. And want to know something wild? In many areas, homes with over 50 online photos actually stay on the market longer than homes with fewer high-quality pictures. So more isn't always better. Then you've got showings, strangers walking through your house, sometimes with no notice, and if you're still living there, it could be super exhausting. And when that offer finally does come in, you're dealing with buyer financing, inspections, and possible repair requests. It could take 30, 60, even 90 days to actually close. So if you've got time, patience, and want top dollar, great. But if you're trying to move fast or don't want to put your life on display for a few months, the option might not feel worth it. Now let's talk about for sale by owner. A lot of sellers think, why pay a realtor 6% when I could just do it myself? And I get it. You save on the listing agent commission, potentially the buyer agent commission, but the savings often come at a price. When you go for sale by owner, you do it all. Marketing, scheduling, pricing, negotiating, paperwork, disclosures, legal stuff, and get this. According to the National Association of Realtors, for sale by owner homes sell for about 26% less on average than agent listed homes. And yes, you heard me right, 26%. And most for sale by owner sellers still end up paying 2 to 3% to the buyer's agent anyways. So unless you've already got a buyer lined up, you might save on commission, but leave way more on the table. And now let's talk about the third option, selling directly to a cash buyer. This is the fastest and least stressful option by far. You don't clean, you don't repair, you don't show the house, you skip the commissions, fees, appraisals, and sometimes even the escrow process. A real cash buyer will buy the home as is in any condition, even if it's a hoarder house, inherited property, a home in probate. They could get you cash in as little as 7 days. And you get to skip the whole public listing circus. But here's what most cash buyers won't tell you. Some of them are not real buyers. They're wholesalers. They lock you into a contract and then try to sell that contract to someone else. If they can't find a buyer, well, they just walk away and you've lost weeks you can't get back. So how do you protect yourself from this? Always ask for proof of funds. It's either a bank statement or letter. Make sure you're getting a real meaningful earnest money deposit, not like $500 or less. A real cash buyer should have no problem putting a $5,000 or $10,000 deposit on your property, and make sure it's a buyer who could close quickly without contingencies or delays. Let me give you a quick real world example. Last month we had a seller in Riverside. The home was outdated, needed over $40,000 in repairs. It was a complete hoarder house. They had already met with a realtor who said it could sell for $525,000, but only after clearing everything out and about $15,000 in additional repairs and possibly 60 days or so on the market. They called us, we offered $470,000 as is, no repairs, no clean out, and closed in 9 days. No commissions, no fees, no stress. Now, yes, they did take a slightly lower offer, but they saved over $20,000 in agent fees, $15,000 in repairs, and avoided 2 months of holding costs and headaches. That's the power of knowing your options. So what's the takeaway? Look, if your home is market ready and you want top dollar and you don't mind the process, hire a great agent. If you're confident, experienced, and want to DIY it, for sale by owner can work, but be prepared for the grind. But at the end of the day, if you want simplicity, speed, and certainty, especially if the home needs work or you're in a tough situation, a real cash buyer might be the perfect fit. And if you're curious about what any of these options would look like on your home with no pressure, no strings attached, we do this every single day. Click the link in the description to connect with my team. Thanks for watching. And if this opened your eyes or helped you feel more confident, hit that like and subscribe button so more people could find this info. And if you have questions about your specific situation, drop a comment or send me a private message or email. Whether you decide to list, sell it yourself, or go cash, you deserve the truth, not sales tactics. I'll see you in the next one.